Hello friends, so in the previous session we have discussed about the revolt of the coolies, and now in this particular session we are going to discuss about the revolt of Bhills. What all things Bhills did, how they revolted, what were the course of the revolt, what were the causes, everything would be discussed in details in this particular session. So let's start with this particular session. The highlights of this session or the main topic of the session is the revolt of Bhills. A tribe called as Bhills. Now, where these particular people resided. Okay, generally you can see the residents of Bhills lied in the areas of Aravalis. You can say in the areas of Vindhyas, Satpuras, Sahyadris, and Khandesh area. Where these people generally resided in these particular areas. Okay. Now, there were some tribes in them, or you can say tribes among the tribes, or the leaders, or some prominent tribes, families in them, which were Parada, Dakchi, Niyamauchi, Vaswa, and Tadi. Okay, these are different caste amongst themselves. Okay, what was the main feature that these people have? It was fighting spirit. Their fighting spirit was the main strength, or you can say was the main feature or important feature. Okay, now what happened? Okay, when it was the end of the Peshwas, or you can say during the last phase of Peshwas. Okay, what happened was anarchy, British anarchy. Anarchy spread in the areas of Khandesh. In areas of Khandesh. This obsessed, or you can say this provoked the bills against the government. And finally, what you can say in the year 1857, okay, in the year 1857, what happened was there was a revolt of 1857. Okay, there was a revolt of 1857. Just a minute, not 1857. We have gone too much forward. Last phases. Yeah, sorry. Okay, what happened during 1803? It took this as an opportunity. Okay, might be remembering the Second Anglo-Maratha War, the beginning of Second Anglo-Maratha War. Okay, during this time period, what happened? These bills they revolted against Britishers. Okay, but again, Britishers had what you can say modern weapons, trained army, and due to this, this revolt was suppressed. They again rose during 1818, and this time, as you can see, the Peshwas are completely ended. So bills at this point of time in 1818 were supported by Pindaris. Bills were supported by Pindaris, and they were acting in a huge frame, or you can say they were acting in a huge turmoil, bringing great losses to the Britishers. And in this point of time, what Britishers did, they appointed a person called as Captain Briggs. Okay. They appointed Captain Briggs. Okay, so what he did, he tried to curb the revolt by different means. What were the means that he opted? The first one was to curb or to stop food supply. But due to this particular move, they got angered, and what they did is started to loot the nearby population, or they started to plunder the population. And you can say that Captain Briggs failed to curb this particular revolt. He did not succeed in curbing this particular revolt, what you can say. Okay, then what happened now? They decided they cannot win over Bills by force. So they started, or they decided to go with a cordial relation. or mediation. In simple terms, you can say they decided that they will be coming to a solution by mediation. Okay, so what they did in this, they decided that they will be giving pensions to some Bhills, not all, but some Bhills, the main leaders. So some were discussed to be given pension, some were given the duty of protecting areas. Okay, and then those Bhills who have done severe crimes or who have done murders, if they confront their crime, all their things or all whatever they have done would be excused or pardoned. This was the statement given by them. Okay, see how the reconciliation is going on. But though these all things were said, still there was no response from Bill's end. Okay, Bills did not respond to any of this particular thing. In fact, what they have done to oppose Britishers, they started a new rebellion at Chilnai, okay, a place in the Satmala, Chilnai, a place in Satmala. Over here, they started a new revolt at this point of time. Okay, then finally they captured important leaders and they were executed. Okay, these leaders were executed. Now, what happened was, still the revolt was not under control. Okay, so what they did, they bought a new captain. They bought a new person, that is Captain Dussault. Okay. They bought a person called as Captain Dussault, was appointed. Okay, he was appointed to have control on Bhills. So what he did, he found out the main reason or the person was responsible for this all things was the person called as Sheikh Dullah. Okay, the person was Sheikh Dullah. And what they did, they arrested this particular person and punished him. As they got to that he was supposed to be the mastermind beyond the revolt of the Bhills. Okay, then later you can say Major Omen, Major, you can say MK Omen. What he did, he was successful in curbing down the revolt. Successful in curbing down the Bhills revolt. Okay, now what happened later? You can say in the year 1822. Okay, under a person called as Hira. In 1822, under a person called as Hira, what Bhills did? Bhills again revolted. Okay, again this was suppressed. Again they did not stop. They again revolted. In the year 1825, under a person called as Seva Ram Gisadi. Okay, Ghissadi. Sevaram Gisadi. They again revolted under Sevaram Gisadi. Okay, then what happened? Finally, this Sevaram Gisadi was arrested, and they have decided that they will be following a mild policy, not a harsh policy, but mild policy. They asked him to confront all his crimes, and then he was excused. Okay, then what government did? Government has got to know that if they follow the same policy, the pacifist policy, or this policy which was angering the Bhills, or continuous interference in their policies, it would harm the interest of peace in the society. So what they did, they decided, okay, what they will do, they would give or they would return land, whatever land was confiscated or whatever land was taken away by the Britishers. What they would do, they will return back all the land to this particular persons, and also arrange supply of food and all. Okay, and also go for preferred rehabilitation. Okay, because they thought this is only way through which they could establish peace with the Bhills. Okay, this was the only way. By force, they have failed n number of times. They got to know that because once they're curbing a leader, new leader is rising. If they're curbing him, again new leader is rising. If they're curbing him, again new leader is rising. So in spite of going on with continuous confrontation, what they decided, what they'll do, they'll give them concessions, they'll give them the facilities, they will give them all the things what they were demanding. And through this particular thing, what they will do, they will ensure peace. Okay, some properties were there, or you can say some terms which Britishers put forward were recruitment of Bhills in army. And for this particular thing, what they have created a separate squad or force. Where what they used to what reward their value. Whatever good things they have done, it would be rewarded through this particular thing. A separate regiment, you can say, of Bills. They have decided to do this particular thing. Okay. Now, second thing, what they have done, they have assigned bills duty to or duty of protecting sensitive roads and passes. Sensitive roads and passes. Okay, this was the thing that was them. Sensitive roads and passes. Okay. Then government also provided them with cattle, seeds, agriculture implements, so that they prosper in their life. Okay. So these were the initiatives which were initiated by British to get rid of the continuous revolts by Bhills. And with this particular part of the revolts of Bhills comes to an end. The next part we'll be discussing about the revolt of 1857 and contributions of Maharashtra in this particular. Okay, that would be again a lecture in two topics. Part one will be covering few areas, and part two will be covering few areas. Okay, because a big lecture would not serve the purpose. In spite of having two small lectures, which would serve the purpose well. Okay, so we'll be doing this particular part in the upcoming sessions. I hope you guys are understanding the things which are going on in the class. Even if the my pace is too fast, what you can do is you can reduce the speed and watch the lectures to get convenient information, or to get a bit slower thing. Okay, because in less time I need to give you more information. That's the purpose behind that. Okay, so if you need to have anything, or if you want to suggest me something, please comment. You can also comment whatever questions I'm asking in the what you can say lectures. Okay, that would increase your revision, or that would give you opportunity to revise the things faster. Okay, sure. Thank you then. Yes, we'll end the session.